So I got this new knife for Christmas. Gosh, I love knives. Good afternoon, family and friends, brothers and sisters, and all my saints and subs. Sergeant E OCD back in my shop. Can't go anywhere today, but actually I already went to the VA. So today is going to be about finishing up my automatic filter system through a rain gutter. And I want to go ahead and read Revelation. And we are at Revelation 6, 5 through 6. So, and I have the King James, New King James Bible. This is my American Patriots Bible. Because that's what I am. Anyway. 5 through 6. Third seal. When he opened the third seal, I heard the third living creature say, "Come and see." So I looked, and behold, a black horse. And he who sat on it had a pair of scales in his hands. And I heard a voice in the midst of the four living creatures saying, "A quart of wheat for a denarius, and 3 quarts of barley for a denarius, and do not harm the oil and the wine." So that's still after we are gone. So I bet you're wondering why I'm dressed like this, if this is a water filtration system. Well, I got a comment on one of my solar panel things, and the comment is pretty political. And then it goes into the Second Amendment. I'm not going to read the comment. I'm going to share a link to that video so you guys can see the comment for yourself. Okay, I'm a Christian. I don't hide that I'm a Christian. In fact, this channel started out survival for my family, and it turned out into what I'm supposed to do is spread the gospel. So I get all my guidance from the Lord God Almighty. So anyway, so I want to read from Ephesians 6:11 first. Ephesians 6:11, and that is going to be, "Put on the whole armor of God, that you may be able to stand against the wills of the devil." Okay, so that is a spiritual armor of God. Helmet of salvation, breastplate of righteousness, belt of truth, sandals of the gospel, shield of faith, and the sword, which is the Bible. Okay? One more. This one's about warriors. 1 John. Here, yeah, 1 John 3 says 16 through 24. 16, "For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but it's of the world." Okay, and the world is passing away of the lust, and he who does the will of God abides forever. Now, little children, in the last hour, as you have heard, the Antichrist is coming. Even now, many antichrists have come, but which we know the last hour. They went out from us, but they were not of us, for they have been of us. They would have continued with us, but they went out that they may be made manifest, and none of them were from us. So we are not of this world, okay? We are in this world, but we're not of this world. So getting back to the rest of my field gear, I got a comment about the political statement I made about, and I'm pretty sure I said, the election's over, it is what it is. This guy started like ranting about Trump, and I'm like, okay, whatever. And then he he goes into my Second Amendment right to bear arms about, because I made a comment that I found some ammo on discount. It was on sale, and I thank God for it. Well, Second Amendment right, I haven't killed anybody. In the military, I may have got 2 or 3 times the authorization to use deadly force, but I never had to use that, thank God. So it is my right to bear arms. So with that, my LBE is finally complete. I did get the 3 mag pouches, so I've got 330 round mags each in here, and I put it in the wrong way. Oh, can't get them out now. So I have the right to bear arms. How did I get that right? Well, 1, I'm an American. 2, I swore an oath to the Constitution of the United States. And, right to bear arms is the Second Amendment. First Amendment is allow me freedom of speech, freedom of press, freedom of religion. So putting that on my channel is just like, or on one of the comments is off the wall, but whatever, I think he just wanted to rant about Trump winning, and, he was attacking whatever he could. With that, let's go through a little bit of gun safety. Make sure your weapon's always empty. This is the business end. Do not point that on anything unless you want to destroy it. Okay? Treat every weapon like it's loaded, and always look beyond your target, because there may be something down there, downrange, that you may not want to kill. All right, so the rest of this, okay, I got these. We always carried NBCs on us, so now that's a first aid kit. I have a holster for my pistol. Empty. Oh, not empty. Oh. See, gun safety. Should have taken that out first. So, like I said, always treat your weapon like it's empty, and keep your finger off the trigger. So my new addition is a new knife. This is a bar, what is it? Bar 15T. And there's this little attachment on my AR where I can slide this ring over here, and am I going to need my glasses for this? And now I have a bayonet for my rifle. This is the only thing I really wanted, just because if I do run out of ammo, I can use the bayonet. So what I try to do with this is recreate some of the things I had in the military, and some of the things I thought was cool from like the Vietnam era, which is the tomahawk. So oddly enough, both of these are from SOG. The tomahawk, so trench warfare. You never know what you're going to run into. So that being said, getting back to this comment, not a big deal. I don't really care. But this channel is more about spreading the gospel and bringing people to Jesus than it is about my political views, so I don't really share them. It's funny how I make a comment about the election, and then all of a sudden, this guy rants on my thing, but whatever. So, me being a Christian, trusting in the Lord, let's go back to the Bible. Where is that other one? Oh, trusting in the Lord. There's a lot of things that are going crazy out there today. out in the world, mainly UFOs. And I'm going to call them that because I can. I don't need to sugarcoat anything I say. Luke 21, starting at verse 25, talks about, again, coming of the Son of Man. And there will be signs in the sun. No signs in the sun. And in the moon. No signs in the moon. And in the stars. Well, and it's on earth. Distress of nations. With perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring, men's hearts failing them for fear of the expectation for those things are which to come on earth. For the powers of the heavens will be shaken, and then the Son of Man coming in a cloud with the power and great glory. Now these things will happen, when these things begin to happen, look up, lift your hands and head, because your redemption draws near. So the end is actually coming. All these things are little signs, and everybody's like, I'm going to wait till the end. I'm going to wait till the end. Well, the end is now. So, and then I'm going to back this up with Matthew 24:35. No, but of that day and hour no one knows, not even the angels in heaven, but my Father only. So nobody knows, okay? But I got me a new hat too, because the normal's never coming back. And I saw this and I'm like, yep, that's what I need to wear. Jesus is coming back, normal is not. So whatever happens in this world, I really don't care. All I care about is the spiritual world. Now, why would I arm myself if I just felt that way? Well, because I was in this world for 33 years before, actually 11 years. I came to the Lord, didn't really follow. Another 33 years, so 44 years I was in this world, and I thought I was going to heaven. It wasn't until I started going to church and learning more about the Bible and reading the Bible several times, realizing that I would have met my Maker and I would have answered the wrong questions, or wouldn't be able to answer the questions like, there's one verse in like Matthew 23 talks about, you didn't have a relationship with my son Jesus, be gone, go into the lake of fire. I don't want that to happen to anybody. So it's not just having, going to church and punching your card. It's having a relationship with Jesus Christ, your Lord and Savior, who's going to save you. Okay, enough of that. I wasn't going to say much about this guy, but it was just so much information for one little comment that I'm like, why? And, I understand, Christians will be persecuted. This is just the start. But I guarantee you, anybody decides to come into my house, they're going to have a problem. So I hate that commercial that comes on, but this is a Masato knife. And I was a little surprised that it didn't come sharp. I mean, it's sharp, but it's not sharp enough for me. And also the SOG Bar 15, it's not sharp enough for me either. I'm not sure why, because SOGs, they normally come sharp. But that's why it's out here. And I got a couple of new Ferricium rods. Not that I need, not that they're worn out. I just wanted to have a couple in here. And a little bit of a machete action going. Gerber. I've been having my eye on this thing in a while, and I treated myself for Christmas. So Santa Claus came to my house. So anyway, I built this the other day, but I need to put some braces in there because I've got 4 of these buckets. One has water on the bottom with the spigot. One has sand. One has charcoal, and one is blank for all the debris and stuff. So I think I'm going to kind of retrofit a screen in there so the debris doesn't go through the charcoal, because it is a gutter. It's going to get leaves and all kinds of other stuff. So I'm going to probably go ahead and just put the braces on this. I threw it together with what wood I had, and I was going through lags and stuff and trying to find the right size lags. But yeah, I'll just go ahead and put this on time warp and do that. Take my Bible back inside because I don't want anything to happen to this awesome book. This is a down and dirty. It doesn't have to really be square. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to hold water. It just has to hold weight. And I had flags from other projects I threw in the bin. So that's what it is. I know it's not square, but it just has to be functional. It's just a test. See if this works, and I could do it on a larger scale later on. But my black shirt here, black flag, whenever you see a black flag or an upside down flag, that means, well, black flag is a country in distress. If you want to see one upside down, the person is in distress, unless you're flying it upside down for no reason at all. Anyway, I'm going to take this outside, and I got to put sand in one bucket and charcoal in the other, and then put it together. I'll be back. Okay, so here's the area I'm going to do this. I had it set up before, and I left it set up, and I got this neat little ice block. It's right outside my lab anyway, so the idea is that I can fill up these jugs whenever I'm working in my lab, and have water all the time. Not necessarily, it will be able to be drank, but not necessarily to drink. So I'm going to put this kind of over the old spout. If I can get it in there. That's as far as it's going to go. And I'm keeping all the old spout and the hardware, so I can put it back together if I need to. But let's go down a little bit. So that's in. It's pretty sturdy. So here's your water. I'm just gonna dump that water out. The only thing I don't like is it's not all the way at the bottom, but that's okay. The bottom will actually catch sediment and things like that. So then I have another one here, which, as you can see, this is kind of higher. It's locked down. I think I need to do the back first. That's why I picked these. the CD. Anyway, I'm gonna throw some sand in there, which don't tell my grandson or my great grandson who took it out of his sandbox. He's one, he didn't even use it last year. Okay. I'm not gonna put a whole thing of sand in there because I want to leave some room for some water and whatever expansion. Next one, same thing. This one I'm going to put coal in. Yeah, there we go. Now it's locked in. So, coal. This is all the coal I didn't give to all the children. And you can make this. All charcoal is burnt wood. You just take all the moisture out of the wood. I think that's plenty. And I actually use this to cook on the grill. So I haven't bought charcoal in 2 years. Anywho, now for the top. So all this is just kind of put in there. So again, handle has to go in back. And I could screw that down, and I will once I get it on. Put this in. There we go. So the idea, water comes in here, all the leaves and stuff get filtered, then the charcoal gets filters it, and then the sand filters it, and then here you have good water. So we'll check back periodically, probably in the spring, I don't know, because I'm not doing much work in the lab. I had to move all my stuff that I was letting sit in fear of it freezing. It got cold in December when normally it gets cold in January here. So January, February are the sub 20 degree weather. It already hit that. So today it's like 35 degrees and it feels like it's going to snow actually. But let's go back in the shop and we'll end this video. Now comes the difficult decision. This guy, who's been very, very good to me. I took off my LBE to put the K-bar on. Not a K-bar. The bar 15. And it's been very good. This would be, if you were to take like one knife on survival, this would be it. It will cut a knife, cut a tree. You can split with it. You can do all kinds of stuff. But this guy is going to be going through thickets. And that's what I go through, but mainly when I'm hiking. So I may not be retiring that from my field gear. But this guy is already sharp. So I'm going to spend the rest of my couple hours, or spend a couple hours out here. Yeah, this guy's going on here. I can't part with him. That's the problem. Just like any tool, like a mechanic's tools. I say that because like I'm kind of a mechanic. I work on material handling stuff. But you get that tool, that one good tool, just like my AR. I made this tool the way I wanted it. You get that one good tool and you don't want to part with it, you don't want to change it, and if it breaks, you make sure you get it fixed. That's the way this knife is. But anyway, I'm kind of disappointed in Masato, because I've heard such good things about their knives, and it didn't come sharp. I mean, like vegetable cutting sharp, a 20-degree angle sharp. It didn't do it. And my son got one too. We had a 2-for-1, and he said the same thing. He said, "Man, this should be sharp." So I sharpened a little bit, enough to cut vegetables. But anyway, I'm going to work on that. We'll be back with the watering system. I think it's going to work awesome. I'm curious to see the color of the water when it first comes out, but like I said, I just use it in the lab. You know, I don't have to drink out of it, but if I had to, I could. That's the whole thing. If I had, let's just say I collected a bunch of water, instead of boiling it, I could filter it through there and drink it right away. But I would still boil it. That's just the way I am. All right, so this channel has been, for the last couple of years, well, it's not even 2 years old. It started out as a survival channel, and then we went into, we as in me, myself, and I, because those are my imaginary friends. And then it went into more of a sharing the gospel channel. And, you know, anything in this world that happens will happen, and you need to be prepared for it. Anything in the future world, you need to prepare your soul, because you're either going to go to heaven or hell, period. If you don't have a relationship with Jesus Christ, you're going to hell. That's in the Bible. Matthew 23, I believe it's maybe it's 24 verse 27. There's a 7 in there. I'll put it up. But you need to prepare yourself for anything that could happen. I mean, we got UFOs flying around the world. Who would have thought we'd have UFOs flying around? Unidentified flying objects. They, could be drones, because the government, they say, "Oh, we're not shooting them down. We're not going to do anything about it," which tells you, if you've ever been working for the DOD or in the military, if the government's not doing anything about it, they're probably behind it. But anyway, make sure you stock up on food, water, gasoline, ammo. Okay? Keep your head on a swivel. You have to have situation awareness. You need to be able to make sure that you do a 360 everywhere you go, including the gas station now, including the supermarket. It's a crazy world out there. You just need to be aware of your surroundings, because chances are, if you're aware and you're looking out, and let's just say you have mace or a taser and you start going for that, or a baton, I guarantee you, if somebody's coming at you, you flip out a baton, they're going to stop and rethink what they're going to do. Because if you flip out a baton and you keep it in your hand, they're going to know you know how to use it. And always carry. The world has gotten that bad that I have to carry everywhere I go. Anyway, God bless you. Take care, and I'll catch you all on the flip side.